Hello and welcome to the Neural Signal OS demonstration video. So I'm going to jump straight into the back end of the system now. I'm currently on the landing page, but if I go to dashboard here, basically what we can do is just show you around the system. So on the dashboard initially, when you log in, you're going to see 0 of 5 agents complete. So you won't be able to view your Authority Bible, and you're going to need to run through each one of these founders' interviews to complete the process. Total time for running the agents, I'd say around 90 minutes to 2.5 hours, depending on how much sort of toing and froing you've got. But this is an interview process, so our agent won't move on unless it gets a satisfactory answer from yourself. And also what I would add is, if you don't like the output, you should push back and create, a two-way conversation. We come up with recommendations, so we don't just try and prescribe the solution. And if you like, let's say, for example, it gives you option 1, 2, and 3. If you like the starting point of option 3 with the end point of option 1, converse back and tell it, and then it will combine the two. So the brand strategist is really created to extract your unique founder's perspective from your business, and also to identify gaps in the market by looking at your competitors. You have the URLs in here, and we do gap analysis. And then what it's going to do is it's going to create a category of one statement. It's going to look at proven channels for acquisition that you've used in the past, and it's going to build your kind of offers that you go out to the market with. But what it will do is it will create what we call category of one positioning based on the interview. So it's going to take what you do and how you do it, and then merge in your belief systems and identify angles to create what we call category of one position, which can't be replicated because it's based on the founder's story and the founder's input, right? So once you've created this document, it will then ask you can see all the chat here that's gone on with it. Oh, one thing I should add is, as we do updates, or if ever you want to revisit this, you can go redo with the latest version and then add some context in. If we've updated the process and there's additional information or questioning or a new process that we've implemented, it will just ask you to fill in the gaps to create a new document. You can also start from fresh, which will remove everything from the chat history and run a fresh document. So redo basically redoes in the simplest manner just by updating specific information. That's available on each agent. So then the client profile interview runs through your ideal client, the emotional costs, the financial costs, the information diet, where they go to kind of get and gather information, where they are on socials, the psychographic behaviors, buyer stages and sophistication, the demographic details. But we get really into the kind of buyer's language here, so we can replicate some of that, what they would use in their terminology, and use it in your messaging to really resonate deeply with your ideal clients. Once we've completed these two documents, we go into the story architecture, and this is where we craft a compelling story that can be used, and there's long form copy, short form copy, elevator pitches. We create content pillars that you can use to repurpose content consistently across social media, newsletters, blog posts, and that sort of thing. And basically this creates your complete story, which is crafted in a way that uses your unique value proposition from the original agent and the client profile. So it's worded in a way that will speak the language to your ideal clients to attract them into your business. And from there, we get to create the blueprint, and the blueprint is your strategic roadmap. So if we've talked about your email list and you've got 2,000 contacts on your email list that you haven't sent an email out to, you may have in this strategy a quick warm-up for your email list to try and get some quick wins. But basically this strategy, it runs through in a process that creates a 6-week sprint, which is your activation stage, a 90-day stretch goal for growth, and then a 12-month blueprint for scale and growth ongoing. So it's your 12-month roadmap. And again, you can come back to this and revisit it at any time. So once we've got the brand strategy is complete, the client profile is complete, the story is there, the blueprint is ready, we then synthesize the copy, which you'll use to implement across these. So you see there, we've got a lead magnet concept. We've got some landing page copy for the lead magnet. We've got social posts. We've got emails. We've got website copy updates. Everything here can be just copy and pasted and updated into your existing social profiles, website, social posts, etc. moving forward. Yeah. And once this is complete, you've basically got a completed Bible, which you can reference here with shortcuts, and jump to specific sections. Also, from this, if I jump across to training your voice, what we extract from the initial interview and some data we gather at your onboarding is your voice architecture brief. So from this, we calibrate your voice brief. We come up with the content prompts for all of the future content ideation and creation, your voice tone, your authority angles, your delivery styles, the hooks that you should use that are going to work best for you in your specific circumstances, using the founder's voice ideology that we create, and also the angles to resonate with your ideal clients as well, message sequencing and structure. And this is guided in everything you create in the future here, right? But also from here, you can go into a discovery chat, so you can actually talk to the AI about other concepts, and it will learn and train the twin further to ideate your knowledge. You can also upload existing posts, copy, any content that you've written in your brand voice. Let's say, for example, one of your LinkedIn posts went viral. You could add that here to give extra context and train your voice further. And once your Bible's created, you then unlock the agents, which we've got a website and landing page agent, a LinkedIn authority building agent. We've got a newsletter and email agent, Twitter and X, social media, blog and long form, paid advertising, and also video sales letters, which you can run a short video sales letter all the way to long form presentation. And then the business strategist, the offer architect, will help you build offers for your products and services going forward. If you want to create something new or you're thinking about a new idea, you'll ideate the offer. The launch strategist will create a strategic roadmap. So it might be a 30-day launch, a 60-day launch, a 90-day launch, and it will sequence all the weekly events. So scheduling emails, social posts, LinkedIn posts, everything that's needed, website copy, etc. It builds it all in one place. We've got the funnel strategist, which really looks at your funnel blueprint. So whether you want to create a lead magnet and a guide download, it'll help you create all of that content. So specific agents for strategy and growth along the content ideation as well. Yeah. We've got your tribe architecture, which again, once you complete the authority Bible, you can re-extract this information, and then this will be injected into all agents moving forward. So this gives you content pillars, which can be used to restructure all of your content creation from there on in. And this is all based on the interviews that we run in the foundation audit. You've got your content vault, which basically stores all the content that you create. You can actually remove it here, and you can actually remove it when you go into the individual agents as well. The content calendar is a little bit like one of the strategists, but if you just wanted to create a 90-day social media schedule for LinkedIn, let's say, this would come up with the hooks, the offers, and the ideation to give you a mix of thought leadership, conversion-based posts and strategy. And then you would take these hooks and paste them into the LinkedIn agent, if it was LinkedIn that you were using, to create the actual social media posts around the ideation. So you've got a structured approach, which might be a 30, 60, 90-day plan. And then finally, we've got images. You get 10 free image credits per month, and then we've got paid plans that attach that. So if you do want to create images, when you go into one of the agents, I'll show you an example here. Here's a post I created. So you basically just hit generate image. There will be some updates to this coming in the near future, but basically it works off of the post. So I'm going to remove this information here because this isn't relevant to the actual post. And then let's say, for example, I want to do this and a square graphic. I can generate the viral prompt. That will create the prompt for the image. And then from there, you hit create image and it creates an image for you. It's very quick, actually, and there's some example images here that I've been toying with just recently. So in essence, this isn't just another ChatGPT or Claude. You know, the structure of your Bible is extracted from you via the interview process, which is super detailed. And this information is stored. We have an LLM that researches. So it looks at your answers, and before any response is brought in via another LLM, it will rationalize what you're doing. It will prompt the questions. It understands what's already in your file storage in terms of the founder's voice, in terms of your authority Bible, your blueprint, your roadmap, the way you speak, your unique values, your ideal client, everything that it needs to know about your business. And then when you come to content creation, you know, you spend 10 hours a week creating content that you could do, you know, a week's worth of content in 20 minutes using this tool. And it's completely unique copy that's tailored to your founder's voice. So it can't be replicated. It's a really powerful tool, and I'm super excited about the future. So my advice to you is jump in the trial, complete the Bible, try some copy. We obviously want to keep you on board as a long-term client and service you. We've got some really exciting updates that are coming in terms of image, video generation, and also some outreach and further development of the tool and integration of the tool. But at this moment in time, I firmly believe this is the most unique copy and content creation system in the market. And the Brand Bible, if you just complete that and export it and then cancel, you know, we were charging £4,000 a client to create a document that's nearly, you know, as good as this. And this does it for a fraction of the price. You know, we've spent 18 months running workshops, interviewing founders, running processes. And the reason we created this software is because we were giving away prompts originally, and basically dependent on, you know, the LLM that was being used, ChatGPT, Claude, other third-party AI tools, the control in the output varied, and not necessarily in a bad way, but just some was better than others. So with this process, you know, you're educating your own AI version of yourself and your business with a complete deep brand understanding that just gets everything about you. And even if you're introducing a new product, you can rerun the existing founding agents, or when you go into offer creation, you just prompt it on the expansion. So you're adding a new product and service, add it in there, and it will create a new complete offer for you. So it's super flexible, it's super easy to use, it's very fast, very robust, and, you know, with the basic plan, you've got more than enough credits to schedule a week's worth of social posts, website copy, blogs, everything you need to basically dominate your local market or your niche in your location of service, and have the advantage over anyone else. So, you know, we're looking for the first 1,000 founding members, which will then give us our launch platform for reinvesting and growth moving forward, and that founding price 50% off will go away. So 47 becomes 97, and the 97 becomes 197. But at this moment in time, for the first 1,000 founding members, £47 a month gives you everything you need. If you want unlimited because you want a batch schedule, you know, 30 days worth of content off the bat, or 60 days worth of content off the bat, it's still great value for money because you've got unlimited credits there. So jump on board now, sign up for the 7-day sprint, get your Bible completed. I guarantee you'll be blown away with the interview process. It really opens your eyes up to stuff that you can't see because you're so ingrained in your business. And this interview process really helps ideate something new that's exciting for you, and also that's going to resonate with your ideal client in a way that makes you unique and makes them come to you. And that breaks the sales process, and it really becomes a selection process. The client selects you. They want to work with you. So no more price objections, no more commoditization, just much more enjoyable business, which is what we really created this for. It's the starting point before you can amplify and scale, and create the referral effect at scale, which is what we talk about a lot. So jump on board now. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Thanks for your time.